a habit. Because if you are inconsistent, it becomes difficult to build a strong prayer life. You don't build a prayer life accidentally. No. You build a prayer life intentionally. And consistency is what turns prayer from an activity to a lifestyle. It is consistency. And over time, what once felt like a burden becomes natural. What once felt forced becomes enjoyable. And what started as a discipline becomes a delight. Set a daily time. Number 2, start small but stay faithful. Start small but stay faithful. One of the biggest mistakes people make in building a prayer life is thinking that they will begin at a very high spiritual level before they can, or they must be at a certain level before they can even have a prayer life. And so they compare themselves with other people who pray for 1 hour, who pray for 2 hours, or who do all-night prayers. And they become discouraged. No, start simple. Start simple. When I was a student on campus, I did all night, every single weekday. But I didn't start that way. Over time, I was able to pray every single weekday, all night, from 10 to 4 in the morning. Every single weekday, Monday to Friday. No worship, no, we give you time, so we leave the prayer topic now, boom, boom. 1 hour, you come back, gather again. We're about 4 friends, 4 of us, every single weekday. But it didn't start that way. So if you compare to that time, you'll be discouraged. No, but I started with 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Consistency. And I began to fall in love. There is a place in prayer. There is a place in prayer where you lose consciousness of time. Where time, you are so in love with God that you forget about time. There's a place like that, but it starts with consistency. As you build it, before you realize, I'm coming to do my 5 minutes of prayer. Then you start, before you know, you have done 10 minutes. So wow, because you are falling in love. You fall in love. It's deeper. It's deeper. It's deeper. When PM was my friend and I call her, those days we just talk hello, hi. But when I began to fall in love with her, 1 hour felt like a few minutes. We talk and we talk, and there are no words, and we don't be breathing. I'll be hearing her breathe. She'll be hearing me breathe. Say, no, you cut the line. 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 Yeah. It's a place you fall in love. And I begin to breathe. Okay, I won't cut the line. That's why when you're even talking, you leave the phone and go and pick up in the kitchen and come back. You won't cut the line. It's too precious. You can't lose connection. It must not just translate in your love life. It must translate in your prayer life as well. A place where you fall in love with God. And you spend time with Him. And you want more and more and more and more. Start simple. Start simple. Start simple. Don't wait to feel spiritual to pray. Because if you build your prayer life on emotions, your consistency will disappear when your feelings change. No. Prayer is not built on feelings. It is built on hunger for God. It is built on relationship with God. It is built on dependence on God. Take your time. Start small. A baby doesn't start running. A baby starts with small steps. And small steps done consistently over time eventually become strength and stability for that child. The same is true spiritually, my friends. Something powerful begins to happen when you stay faithful in prayer. You begin to realize that, God, I want more. I want more. This is not satisfying me. I want more. I want more. Something happens. Something happens. Your desire for God begins to increase. And now prayer doesn't feel like an obligation or a routine. No. Eventually prayer begins to explode out of genuine love. And you begin to find yourself talking to God constantly, consciously, unconsciously. in quiet moments throughout your day, you begin to spend time with God. And then what starts as a discipline or what starts as a routine becomes a delight. Don't despise small beginnings. Start where you are. Start with what you can do and stay faithful. Stay faithful, because small, consistent prayers build a strong and a lasting prayer life. Number 3, use a structure. Use a structure. A structure like the Lord's Prayer. Use a structure. And sometimes one of the reasons why people struggle to pray is because they don't even know how to pray or what to pray once they begin to pray. And that's why Jesus gives us a model in Matthew 6 to the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer is not meant to be repeated mechanically. No, it's to teach us a pattern. And later in July, I'm sure I'll teach on the Lord's Prayer. But it's to give us a pattern about how to approach God in prayer.